What up, what up? Good morning, good morning, good morning, and hello. Good morning. Hey, if you're watching live or if you're watching on a replay, go on and type in where you are watching from. Also, if we haven't met yet, my name is Ted and I talk bass, talk a lot of other stuff. I'm talking trash now that I'm an old man. Let me stop saying that. I'm not an old man. Anyway, today we're going to talk about blue collar bass lines, and I think I'm going to just start. That's going to be the focus of the thing going forward. What I am noticing is that there are more and more musicians, particularly young musicians and older music. Man, we trying to learn Teen Town, and that stuff has its place. But there are songs that are staples, blue collar bass lines. And I also, G-Love, what's happening? I also want to, when I got home from the gig last night, I found out that Jelly Bean Johnson of the time has passed, and we want to say rest in peace to Jelly Bean Johnson. Super, super nice guy, and will forever be known for one of the coldest drum grooves ever. Y'all know 777. Anyway, let's, shout out, prayers, condolences to his family, and, life be life, and none of us are getting out of here alive. But I tell you what, man, these cats are especially here in the U.S. as crazy as I need to change I'm always changing the temperature in here. Those cats are in a better place because it's getting nuts. Come on, aliens, where y'all at? All right, here we go. We're talking about Get Down on It by Kool and the Gang. It doesn't matter what the bass player's name was. I mean, that stuff is important, but we need to know how to interface with this information on the instrument at a moment's notice. This is like hard hat music. Think about your job, and whatever job you go do, you need to put the hard hat on and play. So this is what we're gonna do. Let's listen to the groove real quick. The groove is simple. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. So, man, you know what? Let me. I may need to. I'm gonna actually kill the external monitor. Because I've been running into some stuttering problems on, I got some settings or whatever I need to look at. Anyway, in this first part, we play the intro. Most bands want it to start like this. Most bands that I've ever played with, because it's one of those songs that just kind of, hey man, let's play, whatever, filling up time or whatever. Sometimes it's on a set list, but if you're playing in like a wedding band or something like that, they don't have set lists, they have song pools. And so the band leader will just kind of call whatever based on the crowd, right? So E, B, C, D, A, B, E, B, C, D, E, B, C, D, A, B, E, right? E, B, C, D, A, B, E. If you play that line, what camera am I looking at? If you play that bass line, everybody's going to automatically recognize it. Now, I'm going to tell you, I don't like this song. I like the song. I don't like playing it. I don't like playing it because it can, it's one of, in order to make it, I don't know. It's just, it's super, super, super repetitive. And like folks want to like take it forever and ever and ever, ever. Another song like that is. That's another one that just gets, Anyway, that's my little gripe. So there's the intro. Got me? You get Songmaster Pro. Use the links below. Also, if you're new here, man, if you want to support the channel, there's ways that you can do this. One, don't cost you nothing. You subscribe to the channel. The second thing, if you want to really be dope about it, you subscribe to the channel and then you share. You go on the bass forums. You tell a friend to tell a friend to tell another friend and tell 2 more friends to come and subscribe as well. Then there's a bunch of affiliate links down below. It's like PBS, man. You remember PBS where you support the channel and the creation of content by doing stuff? I need to have some people on the hotline. That's what I need to have. The people on the hotline. Anyway, here's that groove. 2, 3, 4. Ooh, I start stuttering when I play the thing. I'm gonna fix that because I like having Songmaster on the screen in the background. So we're just gonna work on that. This bass, the B flat legit. I love that screen name, B flat legit. I love that screen name. This is actually not a new bass. I have had this heavy bass. This bass is heavier than a T40. I've had this bass for a year and a half at this point. But it's been a journey. It's been a journey. I'm finally happy with the bass, but I had been very, very, very unhappy with it for several reasons that I won't get into. But it's back now and it's in fighting shape. It won't get much gig time, I don't think, because it's just too heavy. But it's an absolutely beautiful instrument that I shan't get rid of. Maple neck, ash body, heavy ash body. Marco soap bar pickups. I don't even remember what kind of preamp is in there, but yeah. So now for the main groove. What's up, G.E. Brown? Where you at, man? Where you been? Open E, B, A, B, D. Now, listen. This is one of those tunes also that if you caught the video yesterday, I was talking about Brick House. This is another one that I kind of learned on the bandstand. And that's what happens to a lot of us blue-collar bass players is we learn songs on the bandstand or in the trenches, on the gig, which is one of the best ways to learn songs. Somebody will send you a list and then you kind of like listen to the song real quick and you're like, okay, I kind of got it, right? And then over time, you have the parts and then you play the song, you develop your own language. And then one day you get a tool like Songmaster and you're like, wait a minute, have I been playing this right? You've been playing, it happens. So, excuse me. It's a groove though now, or as the kids say, it's a bop. It's a bop. Do kids say that? 6, 7. Easy groove. Right there in what do we call that? Hang on a second, y'all. Let me do this, cause I don't want to run them resources. Hold tight. That TV is like one of my favorite things on earth. We scroll through the I wish I had a picture of Jelly Bean I would put up in his honor. We're going to put up the maestro. Okay. So, in that funk area, that funk region, right? Is that what we call it? I call it that. The funk zone. G major, E minor, G major, E minor, G major, E minor. If you want to learn and play some funk. There's other funky keys, no doubt, but you know. The B flat legit says exactly. I do that all the time, thinking I'm playing something right, but then it turns out to be different. Yeah, I mean, listen, there's certain tunes that you just develop your own language, and it doesn't. It's again, I am talking about blue collar in the trenches. Put on your hard hat and overalls and go play. Right? I ain't scared. I feel like I could play with any cover band anywhere in the country. Now, I'm gonna tell you something though. Let me be honest. Things that I would need to brush up on are some of the more modern tunes from like the last 10 years. There's some tunes that I'm like, I don't really know that. Also, let me give you some game. Bands are going to be different in different areas, right? So there was a season where I played with a lot of female singers, and an era where I played with a lot of female singers where you had to know the Jill Scotts, the Badus, you know what I mean? Like in the 2000s, like when the neo soul was like really, really popping, you had to know the Jill Scott, you had to know the Groove Theory, you had to know the Badu. All you gotta do is say yes. What was the name of that group? Flowetry. Yeah, know that stuff. Now there are new singers that are coming out, that are around, so you got to kind of know what their vibe is as well. And some of these little songs be 3 and 4 chord, goofy tunes that don't really have bass lines per se. So, whatever. I haven't played with a bona fide rock band in a while. So there are certain things that, like, if Living on a Prayer came up right now, I would be able to fake my way through it. But I would have to think about it a little bit. And depending on how I was feeling, if somebody said, hey, Living on a Prayer, I'd be like, Angie Stone is another one, G Love. You know what I'm saying? I would have to think about it a little bit. And then I would also be like, do I tap out? Anyway, let me get back on task. That's the entire tune, really. That's the entire tune. Oh, I'm going to tell you something. Whether I play short, long, whatever, that's going to also depend on the drummer and how the feel or the groove is going with the drummer. So a lot of folks are not going to. They're going to have the same issues. The drummer I played with last night, Jonathan Newman, who was just like one of my favorite people, also one of my favorite drummers because his time is rock solid. Stylistic integrity. There's the word I'm looking for. Stylistic integrity. That's something that I coined. I Christopher Columbus from Ed Friedland. Playing with stylistic integrity. It's a rock tune, right? And then it's like, if I don't need to know the lyrics to the song, but I have to have, I have an idea of the sections, right? But now also Living on a Prayer is a part of my, like most of y'all, when I was a kid, that was like a hot tune on the radio playing all the time. So it's hard to not know what all the sections if you were listening to the radio. We were playing. So I sing from time to time, and every now and again I sing Dock of the Bay. Just follow me with the story. Now, I've adapted this so that I can sing it and play it at the same time. I was really kind of surprised that the guitar player didn't really know it. That was surprising to me. But also, I had to tell him, hey, don't play. Because if I'm singing or playing or whatever, I don't want you like, lollygagging around while I'm trying to do the thing. If you don't know it, just lay out. You know what I'm saying? But then when he finally got it, I don't think the stylistic integrity was really there. So, nobody's going to be a master of all styles. And I'm not trying to, shit on my man. He's a great guitar player. He just didn't know that tune. But that's another tune that's like, this working man's music. You're supposed to know that. You know what I mean? And also, like, okay, so I live in New Orleans. There's certain songs in the lexicon of New Orleans music we just supposed to know. We just supposed to have it. Like, if you tell me you a keyboard player or a piano player and you don't have no Professor Long hair in your bag, I say, what have you been doing? If you don't play Just Kiss My, Meters tunes or, Wild Magnolia, stuff like that. But that depends on your area, right? You know what's happening in your area. How do you know that? I'm giving away all again. How do you know that? You got to go out and see who's playing and what songs are they playing. What songs are they getting into? A lot of times you're gonna see players or bands playing the exact same tunes, and then you take inventory, man, and learn them tunes. Learn them tunes while you learning the other stuff. And also, that stuff kind of, it teaches you, like you're learning as you go. So the next thing that bands kind of expect you to do, they don't expect you to do. That's an exaggeration. So there's that E minor pentatonic again. I usually play it like this. Get down on it. That's the tune. That's the tune. It's a tune. It's a bass line to know. It's a bass line that you can have fun playing. If you're like, especially if you're a beginner, that's one of them tunes that'll teach you all this stuff. It'll teach you from here to here at least. You understand? You're on a 5-string. There it is. There it is. Let's get down on it. I ain't going to be here all day. You know what I mean? There's 14 people here and 8 likes. What's going on, folks? It's the least you can do. Nah, I'm just messing with you. Listen. If you're new around here, hit that subscribe button. It's the least you can do. Right? It's free. You hit that subscribe button. So do that. Also, the power of E minor. G Love says the power of E minor. Man, so many things live in this E minor house. So many things. So many tunes. You learn, hold on a second. If you learn that E minor, man, that E minor vibration, broski. I'm gonna be straight. So in a couple of hours, just so you know, excuse me. In a couple of hours, I'm gonna be on a live stream with it's called Polished Solid. Polished Solid is the channel. We're gonna be. They do a weekly. What did Prince do? It's a really cool like virtual book club. So they do what did Prince do this week, and we're going through the Tudor book. And I'm not gonna read it for you. What's today? Today is November something. Anyway, so they go through that, but I'm going to be also breaking down a little bit more of my thoughts on the Purple Rain musical, which I saw last Sunday. So if you guys, again, the website or let me put it in the chat, the YouTube channel is Polished Solid. So if you guys want to come around there, it's, especially if you're a Prince head, I have to do something for that podcast. I just put it in the chat. I just put it in the chat what that is. Today is the 22nd. For this, I gotta go on and put up a photo of Jelly Bean in honor of Jelly Bean. Let's see if I can do it while I'm on here with you. If you guys are coming in late, we're done with the lesson portion of this video. We're hanging. Listen. Let's see if we... Oh, that's great. Let's see. Bam. Is he going to do it? There it is. There it is. Rest in peace, Jelly Bean. Samsung frame. Great television. I don't even watch television. I'm born here. What's good? Toronto, Canada. What's good? What time? It is... Hang on a second. I'm going to tell you what the time is. I'm going to tell you what the time is. It is... Gosh darn it. Hold on. I'm going to tell you. I want to say 11 p.m. Eastern. 11 a.m. Eastern. 11 a.m. Eastern. 11 a.m. Eastern. You would think that I had... Okay, hold on a second. I apologize. Noon Eastern. Noon Eastern, so that would mean... that would mean that I need to know how to tell time. Is what that would mean, huh? New Samson Woods, what's happening? For you new folks that are just getting in here, we were talking about Get Down on It. And I was talking about, I'm going to just review here. It's a really short, simple groove. Simple groove. But it's one of these grooves that you gotta have under your fingers, man. Let me restart. Songmaster. Anybody want to buy me a new MacBook? I gotta ask. I mean, whenever I go in the store and they're like, "You need anything else?" I'm like, "I need The winning lotto numbers? What you got on my laptop, bruh? That's the whole tune. Whole tune. Whole tune. Hand ain't even got to move. Whole tune. E, B, B, A, A, B, E, B, B, D, E, B, B, A, B, E, B, B, D, right there. That's it. A lot of money right there. A lot of money over here, a lot of money over there. You dig? Let's get down on it. Let's get down on it. Okay, so what time did I say it was? I said 12 noon Eastern Standard Time. 12 noon Eastern Time. Come over to Polished. Let me put it on the thing. If you are a Prince fan, and they need more subscribers over there on that channel. In this man's opinion, they need more because sometimes she does like these symposiums. Well, like it's like a couple of days where there'll be different Prince aficionados that come through. There is the channel name, so you can come over and check that out at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Listen, I had a gig last night. It was late, so my brain is not working. Tiny, come through with the super chats. Thanks for the super chat, Tiny. We $5 closer to a new MacBook. We $5 closer to the Funk Fund. That's where we're gonna start, the Funk Fund. You dig? All right, friends. Thanks for hanging out this morning. Have your coffee. Be good to each other. Be good to yourself. Remember, it ain't rocket science. It's pocket science. I'm going to catch you in the next one. Peace. 2 fingers.